Friends, hello, I hope you are well. Let's get right down to the point of Palantir stock. What is happening with this? So obviously, Palantir came out with their second quarterlies here, and everyone knew they were going to make their quarterlies. That was not an argument anyone was happening. But what did shock everyone is that they blew away expectations 100%. I mean, they came out with beating expectations, but it was like on steroids. So Palantir at this point, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing quarterly after quarterly just get bigger and bigger and beating expectation by just enormous amounts. So this is where a lot of us go, Palantir at this point it may look expensive right now, but there is going to come a day of reckoning where Palantir here is very expensive, and this right now is very cheap. That's what I'm trying to say. Right now, when you're paying $27 to probably $30 here sooner than later, that's going to be cheap for Palantir compared to what's coming here within the next few months. So here's the situation. Before I go into Palantir more, look at where we're at in the market. This is really going to help everyone. We've got NVIDIA just being sold off right now, which is fantastic because it is a huge opportunity for people to get into NVIDIA. So with that, we're seeing Palantir. Palantir just came out with quarterly, so everyone's pumped. They're hyped. Yes, Palantir's doing great. They're buying more. They're wanting to get in it. Now with that too, we've got the market just in turmoil up and down. It's trying to recover, but August is probably going to continue to be a little shaky here in the market. So with that too, September, could we see rate cuts by Mr. Powell? We don't know yet. He said maybe. We don't know, but we're not going to promise anything. Now with that, if we do see rate cuts, that will be a spike in the market. But on top of that too, we've got this election hovering around the market, and the market's going, okay, we're going left, we're going right, we're going left, right, where are we going here? But Palantir is a situation, where it's just one of these stocks where whoever wins the presidency, as being the president, Palantir is going to be fine. There's not going to be issues with Palantir going into the future. What I do believe we're going to see here with Palantir is that when we see the next leg of the market pick up and we see the next leg of the AI market pick up where the hype starts once again, and more than likely that could happen here with NVIDIA when we see their quarterlies come out here very soon. Once again, their new quarterlies. This will start to drive up AI stocks in general. It'll probably drive up the market. It'll probably get the market going again because NVIDIA is in charge of the market at this point when it's really pushing. But I think it's pretty safe to say that Palantir here is going to probably hold this $25 to $27 mark. $24 on a bad day, that's still pretty high, and that's still pretty telling that we're going to see some bigger numbers come here very soon. So when we do see this bull run start up in the market here and Palantir continues to crush quarterlies and become just one of these bigger and bigger AI stocks, it's going to get expensive. It's going to get real expensive to buy Palantir. You're going to be talking about NVIDIA numbers, where, NVIDIA right now is under $100 at this moment, which is still crazy expensive when you're trying to buy one share. But this is in a sense of, think where Palantir was a year ago compared to now, and then 6 months from now when we're well into the new market of whoever the president is. And by then we're going to have probably, 2 more quarterlies with Palantir here that they're probably going to, once again, blow out of the park. And here's a great thing to encourage everyone. Look at this. Palantir has never had a split. It's never had a split. So let's say Palantir within, a year from now, 6 months from now, we say Palantir maybe is at $70 to $100. We're in a new market. We're in a new feeding frenzy with the AI. Everything's going wild. Palantir, hey, it's $100. It's at $100 pretty easy. Now let's say Palantir really gets on, they get a new big contract, maybe another government contract. They start working with a bigger AI company. They're just beating numbers like crazy. They become an even bigger top contender. Not to mention the S&P 500. Don't forget about that situation, that they're probably going to be on the S&P 500 here within a few months. So we have all that. Now imagine Palantir goes into a $100 stock, a $200 stock, a $300 stock. Imagine, a year or 2 years from now, Palantir just doesn't stop. Then we're going to be talking about stock splits. Then you're going to be multiplying your shares, which in the long run obviously will be boosting your money in your position in Palantir. So this is why this is a key moment, friends. This is a key moment where you should look at this as retirement. Look at this as a huge play where this could really build a portfolio going into the next 5 years right here with Palantir. It's that simple. And friends, there's a lot of AI stocks out here that we should be looking at, that everyone should be trying to get into, that some are good, some are okay, and some are just really underrated. And Palantir right now, for whatever reason it be, is still a very underrated stock. And obviously there's a lot of people out there that are not huge fans of the CEO. We know that. I think there's people that really don't care, and then there's people that just don't like him. And obviously this isn't the Nvidia CEO that everyone is in love with. But, this guy right here is a little more cocky, arrogant, and he's just a tech guy at heart in general. But that should not be worrying you about getting into Palantir. You should be looking at these numbers, these crazy numbers that Palantir is producing, and these huge, huge contracts that they're getting. Don't forget about that right there. So friends, really what I want to say here, I just want to encourage you. So many people have made videos about Palantir, going over the numbers, all that stuff. It's all there. You as an investor, look at this stuff up. It's super easy. And I encourage you this is where you start to really figure out how to invest. Look at quarterlies, what companies are doing. Looking up, their debt ratio, how much money they have, where they're projected to go, deals, all that kind of stuff. Palantir's a great example of that because it's got so much strength behind it. It's encouraging. I don't think a lot of people on here will disagree when I say January, even 6 months from now, more than likely will be at least $50. If not more than that, depending on what this market gives us back here. So friends, I wish you all the well. I don't want to make this a long drawn out video. I've just been getting a lot of comments about Palantir, what do I think about the quarterlies, what I think is going on here. I'm not selling Palantir at all. This is something that I will be holding on to for a long time, as long as this company keeps producing what it's doing right now. If somebody is telling you that the company is overrated, it's going to be sold off, all that, I would be very careful listening to that person, because I don't know how much more evidence you need that a company is killing it. This is what you want to see in a company. Massive quarterlies, massive deals, massive growth, and expectations just beyond a belief. So friends, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye everyone.